Now we know, and knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
No time for G.I. Joes. We got to get ourselves into a top 3 from May of last year. We're still playing catch up with the top 3 of whatever month videos. So this month was very good. May of this year, I enjoyed a lot.
It definitely had one of my favorite albums of the year.
It had a lot of my favorite albums of the year actually on it. I had to knock a couple off the list to make room for 3. But we've narrowed it down to our favorite 3. They are strong choices, so we've got some stuff to say about it. We are going to start our list with Night Flight Orchestra, Amber Galactic. This is a, I don't know if I'd call it a side project or just kind of a weird goings-on with Bjorn Street from Soilwork. This is kind of like I want to say like an old throwback to like, it's like an 80s like rock group, but with modern sounds added. I really enjoyed the hell out of this. I know that Chris is a huge Night Flight Orchestra fan. When I said to him, like, I didn't know that this band existed and this is amazing, I think he said something along the lines of, like, I've been telling you how good they are for years, and I'm like, well, you should have said it louder because I wasn't listening.
He should have just thrown something at you.
I think he did throw something, and it reached Pennsylvania, but
not enough.
Gotta work on that strength game, Chris.
Get a little bit stronger and you can reach us here on the island.
The whole album was great. I love the sound that they put out. It's very mellow but very, very like rocking. I love it. It's kind of like if Boston were like a little bit more metal. That's how I would describe it. Songs like Domino, I think, is so catchy.
That is how you described it when we listened to it. Yeah,
Domino was so catchy. Gemini was great. Midnight Flyer is one of my absolute favorite songs of the year. So this is definitely on the list because it's just a fun listen all the way through. That's actually kind of a theme with all of our CDs for this month. But Amber Galactic, very good choice. Number 2 on our list, Seven Kingdoms with Decennium. The minute that I heard Seven Kingdoms, I was a huge fan. Like, the very minute. This whole album was great. I know that they had a Kickstarter going for it. I don't know whether it was for distribution or for trying to get, like, limited edition stuff for it, but they got some backing with it. I think they met their goal. And the end result is just fantastic. They were aiming for like a January release, but I think they only got out to certain places in May, and that's why it's counting for this. As the name would suggest, there are some Game of Thrones references. There's a song called Kingslayer, which is fantastic. My favorite song, there's a song called Stargazer, which is great. My favorite, though, is a song called In the Walls, which I will not stop talking about because it's awesome. It's a song based on the H.P. Lovecraft story Rats in the Walls. It got me to actually start listening to H.P. Lovecraft and actually start reading him.
Yep.
He's not a bad author. It's taken a lot to get into that.
A good way to get into H.P. Lovecraft is the audiobooks.
That's what I heard. I got to find a good narrator for it, but
most of them are creepy as hell. So.
Yeah, good. Rats in the Walls is a good story.
Yep.
It's really good. The whole album, though, it's great. I love the singer's voice. She's fantastic. The guitar playing is nuts, and I've seen clips of the stuff from this album played live, and not a single note is missing. So
Good.
Definitely one of the higher ups for this month. Decennium by Seven Kingdoms. Number 1 on our list is Alestorm's No Grave But the Sea.
God, I love this album.
It's really good.
It is so awesome.
It's really fun.
I was actually, when I first played it, I was like, I was not expecting what they did.
Yeah, they really went all out with this.
Yeah, there's actually moments where they actually went harder on the vocals, which I loved.
Yeah, that's new for them. They never really went that aggressive with the vocals. They never went to screaming territory until this album. But it fits.
It definitely does.
I actually thought it was a cover the first time that I heard it because I didn't expect the sound.
It gives me quite the notion to vomit over your face. Circle his eyes, his sense it will suffice, drinking through night and through day.
Some of the tracks are just fantastic. Alestorm is a
definitely.
great. You know that's just going to be a staple for when they play live from now on.
Mexico's
so
definitely a
much
staple.
fun. I love the song "Rage of the Pentahook." I love the big extended ending, which is Treasure Island. Treasure Island actually reminded me so much of older Alestorm.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
They had a lot of throwouts.
With the stars in the sky are guide, voyage ever onwards, set a course to the other side.
But there's like one track that we cannot play on radio.
And it's my favorite one on the track.
It's so much fun. It's called Effed with an Anchor.
Yes.
And
it's so funny. It's so awesome. I wish we could play it, but we can't.
You're a fucking wanker. We're gonna punch you right in the balls. Fuck you with a fucking anchor. You're all cunt.
There is one version that we could play, and I'm not going to because it's too stupid even for us. They have a bonus disc with this that was available, I think, for some people who bought it. And it is the entire album sung by dogs. And all of the vocals are replaced with dogs barking in the tone of the vocals.
That is awesome, but that's too stupid for us.
It's really dumb. It's really dumb. There was a band a couple of years ago called Caninus.
I remember Caninus.
And all they had for the vocals was like growling dogs. And people came up to me and they were like, "Isn't this brilliant?" And I'm like, No, it's
not really.
Really dumb. But here's the thing. I expect Alestorm to be dumb.
Yes.
And it fits them. It's just, it's not something I'm going to be listening to a lot. But the album itself, amazing.
Counted by the light to the stars and shove it inside of his big fucking arse.
Your blazing eyes are full of flies, and then there's nothing till the sunlight rise.